Should I quit my job? That is the question we are going to help you answer with this video.
Hey, what you guys doing? That's a lot of dishes to be washed. Wash them yourself, right? Coño, I retire.
Everyone thinks about quitting their job, but you need to be smart about it. A lot of people are expected to quit their job this year. Should you be one of them? How do you make a good, rational decision whether to quit your job? A lot of it has to do with good timing and predicting the future. We are going to help assess your specific situation with 18 yes or no questions.
You believe that you are special, that somehow the rules do not apply to you. Obviously, you are mistaken. You can't handle the truth!
60 to 85% of workers are unhappy at work. It might be tempting to roll into the office and say, I quit, in a rage of emotion, but it is not in your best interest to do so. No matter how angry you are, don't grab your boss by the necktie and throw him out the window. It's not going to end well for you or the boss. Get a blank sheet of paper and a pen, number 1 to 18 on the page, and get ready to answer 18 yes or no questions. Number 1, are the majority of your thoughts about your job? On average, a person has 6,000 thoughts per day. Are the majority about your job? Is your job dominating your thoughts? Yes or no? Write it down. Number 2, are those thoughts about work negative? When you think about work, are the majority of your thoughts about work negative in nature? Yes or no? Write it down. Number 3, do you experience anxiety when thinking about going to work?
Moments thought about my responsibilities. Have you ever thought for a single solitary moment about my responsibilities to my employers?
Hey, I'm just going to work, man.
Number 4, is your commute grinding you down? Like this guy here who's just trying to get to work and he's having a horrible commute. Number 5, do you have an undesirable workspace? This could be a crowded office like we see here, or an uncomfortable chair. If you work in the field, maybe you do not have a good work truck or proper tools to get the job done.
Excuse me, I believe you have my stapler.
Number 6, does your boss disrespect you? This can occur in a variety of ways. Here we see the boss physically dumping her coat and purse on an employee's desk. In the same manner, a boss or supervisor could disrespectfully dump work or other tasks on you. A boss who does not treat people with respect can make working with them unbearable.
Welcome to slavery.
I don't even need to talk someone's ear off anymore to drain them. I can drain them with a single phrase. TGIF?
Number 7, are your coworkers energy vampires? These would be people that you work with that drain a significant amount of your energy and just make it very difficult for you to do your job.
What's up? And I grow more powerful by the second.
Number 8, are you bored at work? Do you not feel challenged or lack interest in your work? Is every day the same? Are you distracted easily due to lack of interest in your daily tasks? Yes or no? Write it down.
No.
Number 9.
No, it's still black and white.
Are your skills becoming obsolete?
People want color.
Are your daily assignments not advancing your skills? Do you feel that you are getting left behind? Are you not evolving within your current field? Yes or no?
That vaguely escapes your comfort zone.
You're not even my boss.
Well, I damn sure should be.
Jobs.
You all know who deserves this. Give it up for our summit, Worldwide Sports Management's newest partner.
Is your upside limited? Are you being passed over for a well-deserved promotion as we see here? Yes or no? Write it down. Number 11. Is your company becoming a dinosaur? Lack of innovation, not embracing good ideas and evolving, not identifying changing trends and incorporating market shifts, not forward-looking, and not identifying and taking advantage of opportunities are all signs your company is becoming a dinosaur. Number 12. Are you undervalued in your field? Are you being paid below market rates? Are you not getting credit for your work and contributions? Is someone else taking the credit? Yes or no?
Thanks for saving my ass.
Of course. I'd do this for free, I really would. But just out of curiosity, how much are we getting paid?
7.
There's a big box there.
The rebels are alerted to our presence. Admiral Oswald came out of light speed too close to the system.
Number 13. Is your job negatively impacting your health? This is a critical question for our assessment of your situation. A toxic work environment can be a slow death sentence.
You have failed me for the last time, Admiral. Captain Piet.
Yes, my lord.
Make ready to land our troops beyond their energy field, then deploy the fleet so that nothing gets off the system. You are in command now, Admiral Piet.
Number 14. Are you unhappy at work? Although this is a highly subjective question, answer the question based on how you feel. Are you unhappy? Yes or no?
You're joking, right? You get a promotion and you're quitting?
Come on, this career just ain't for me.
What are you gonna do?
Where are you gonna go?
Well, guess what? Watch now.
This is happening.
Number 15. Do you have an exit strategy? If you're thinking about leaving your job, do you have a plan?
Okay. I tell you what. You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you.
Number 16. Have you found a better opportunity?
Hey, Paulie, what's up? No, everything's fine. Hey, listen, I quit.
Number 17. Can you financially afford to quit? If you decide to leave your job without another opportunity ready, will you be okay financially until you find a new opportunity?
Is there? You seem a little pepped up. You all right?
Well, yeah. Yeah. I guess I feel kind of different.
Number 18. Are your instincts telling you to quit? Yes or no?
And yes or a no.
We don't deal in certainty. We deal in probability.
Congratulations, you finished Intelligent Predictions, Should I Quit My Job assessment. Now let's review your results. The more questions you answered yes, the higher the probability your future will be better off if you quit your job. For example, if you answered yes to all 18 questions, Intelligent Prediction projects there is a 100% probability that your future will be better off if you quit your job. In reality, it's difficult to predict with 100% certainty, so let's just say 99%. Now, if you've answered no to all 18 questions, there's an almost 0% probability your future will be better off if you quit your job. Therefore, if you answered yes to all 18 questions or no to all 18 questions, you don't need to go any further. However, most likely, you have a mix of yes and no. This is where it gets slightly more complicated and a little math is required. This is Intelligent Predictions Quit Job Calculator, in which we attempt to quantify, based on 18 questions, whether you should quit your job. We went through multiple variations of this calculator, some that were much more complex, but we think simplicity is the key so that anyone can understand how it works and help make the calculator fully transparent with math that anyone can do on the back of a napkin. There are no sophisticated calculations here. It's just basically adding up points on a points-based system depending on which question you answer yes to. On the left-hand side, you could see we have numbered it 1 to 18. This is for the 18 questions that we just went through. You can see 1 to 18. We then have an abbreviation of each question under work topic. This is for the work question topic from 1 to 18. We then have a yes or no column If you answer yes, you put a 1. If you answer no, you put a 0. We're primarily concerned with the questions that you answered yes to. We then have a category for each question. There are 4 categories: health, career, timing, and environment, and a weight, a point system for each category. So all the health-related questions, we assign 7 points. For the career and timing-related questions, we assign 5 points. And then for the work environment questions, we assign 3 points. The health-related questions carry the most weight because we think protecting your health is the most important aspect of the assessment as to whether or not you should quit your job. So we have 7 health questions with 7 points each, which add up to a total of 49 points. You could see over here on the right-hand side, we just have each category with the total number of points for each category. So there's 7 health questions with 7 points each for a total of 49 points. Career, you have 5 questions. For your career, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points each for a sum of 25 points. Timing, we have 4 questions for a sum of 20 points. And then environment, we have 2 questions for a sum of 6 points. You can see just by looking at this sum, which it adds up to 100, that the system is heavily weighted to health, but it's not the majority. And we intentionally did that. So, for example, if you have a situation in which your job is jeopardizing your health and you're answering yes to all the health-related questions, but none of the other questions, so you have yes to all the health-related questions, but the remaining questions you have no, it's not going to give you more than 50% probability that you should quit your job. Now, we did that intentionally, and there are a few other things that are going on here, but the way the calculator works is any question you answer yes to, you add the points for that category of question to your total. You add the points for that category of question to your total. And if you answer yes to all the questions, it's going to sum up to 100%. So yes to all 18 questions will give you 100% quit job probability. Whereas if you answer yes to only, let's say, the career questions, it's going to give you a 25% quit job probability. Now, that's the global quit job probability. The best way to look at this is on a global basis and on a category basis. So you might have a situation in which your career assessment is 100%, but your global is not. So from that perspective, you might say from a career evaluation, I should quit my job. But from a health, timing, and work environment, it's telling me that I don't have an issue. So if I'm thinking about quitting, I probably want to address some of the timing-related issues, which we think are key. Making the decision as to whether or not to quit your job has a lot to do with timing in order to optimize the situation for your benefit. If you go out there and you make an emotional decision without thinking it through, it very often can result in a situation in which you quit your job and you don't have a plan, and then you're looking for another job, and it's always more difficult to find another job or opportunity if you're not currently working. And it's a human bias to want something that you can't have. So when somebody is currently working and they're looking for another job, they can be perceived as more desirable than someone that is currently unemployed. And that's not always the case, but in many cases it is. So what we're trying to prevent here, if possible, is not quitting your job unless you have a plan or a better opportunity, or if you're in a financial situation when you can quit. So those timing questions are really critical. So let's go through a couple of examples. So let's say you're going through this and you answer no to the first question, no to the second question, yes to number 3, no to number 4, no to number 5, which I'll say, the environment-related questions, these are easily addressable, fixable. You don't have to quit your job to address these. You could probably fix them without having to quit your job, but everybody's situation is different. Let's say you have a supervisor that's an issue, coworkers. You're also somewhat bored, but your company is not going the way of Blockbuster Video, and you don't think you have health-related issues, or you don't really have a strategy or a better opportunity lined up, but you do think you are financially able to quit, and your gut is telling you should quit. Here, if you answered the assessment in this manner, your global quit job probability is only 46%. So that would suggest globally that you shouldn't quit your job. But on an individual assessment from a career perspective, you have greater than 50% probability that you want to quit, that you should quit based on a career evaluation. So that kind of gives you an idea of, okay, I'm thinking about leaving my job, but maybe the timing isn't quite right. So if I find a better opportunity, if you find a better opportunity, it's going to change your assessment. And this is something you might consider doing on a weekly basis or monthly basis because things change over time. What might be a great job or career today can change very easily if something at work changes, which things at work change. It happens constantly. So you have to reassess your situation. Maybe your supervisor changes or your responsibilities change. You're promoted or not promoted, or maybe you're passed over for a promotion, and that changes your outlook on your current career and future opportunities. You might come in here and the way you view your job, the way you think about it can change, and this can happen within one day. So, getting the timing right, making a good decision, you want to think it through, think about each one of the questions. And you might think, well, it's not, the way this works is it's either a yes or a no. And I don't think about things that way. And you don't have to have 100% of each question or 0%. You could do it partially. So let's say, for example, you're not either yes or no on some of these questions. You're in the middle, so you could have 0.5 or 0.75, and then add that weight to the question. Maybe it's not. We try to make it simple with having a yes or a no. And either you put all the weight of each question, all the points towards your quit job probability, or you put none of the points. But you could put a percentage of it. You could put 3/4, half, whatever you think. It's still going to work, in our opinion. Still going to give you some type of barometer as to whether or not you should quit your job, whether or not the timing is right. Timing is key too. I mean, you could answer yes to the majority of these questions. Let's look at what that looks like. Let's say you answer yes to everything, but you don't currently have an exit strategy. You haven't found a better opportunity, and you're not financially able to quit. So that's giving you, and I suspect a lot of people will be in this situation. They'll answer yes to everything other than they don't have an exit strategy, they haven't found a better opportunity, and they can't quit. So we see this quite a bit when evaluating situations with this tool, is that you will answer yes to most of the questions, but you don't have an exit strategy, a better opportunity, and you're not financially able to quit. And this is part of the reason why 85% of the people are not happy with their current job, but they don't do anything about it. So they just haven't put a plan in place. And this would imply that you should quit, 85% probability. You could see, okay, that looks pretty clear, but the timing is only 25%. So that's a key aspect. You want to address some of these you want to address a strategy, a better opportunity, put yourself in a position that you can financially quit if something doesn't go right at the new job. You want to enhance these aspects of the analysis before you go and quit with no plan. So this is where you really need to look at the individual category assessments to determine the timing of whether or not you should quit, because this is a common outcome of using the calculator, is that you say, yes, I should quit my job, 85% quit job probability, but my timing is only 25% because I have not made a plan as to whether or not I should quit. Now, you might be in a situation where you have 85% quit job probability, you don't have a plan, but you have to get out because your health is in jeopardy or something else is occurring at work. If something is occurring at work and you go through the questions and you come up with an 85% quit job probability, you don't have a strategy or a better opportunity, but your health is in jeopardy, that needs to be addressed, either internally through human resources with your manager or whatever the case is. If the manager is the issue and you don't feel like human resources or someone else can help, maybe you should leave the company, even though you don't have another opportunity lined up. Everybody's situation is different. I think it'll prevent people from rage quitting in a situation like this, in which something happened at work. You're thinking about quitting, but you realize The timing might not be right, or you're not ready, or you don't have a plan or a better opportunity. But again, if something's going on and you have to get out, then you have to do what you feel is right at the time without knowing what's going to happen. Everybody's situation is different. And if things are not going right, in order to use this tool effectively and make a good decision, you want to look at the global quit job probability, but then you also want to look at the individual category assessments. We hope you enjoyed our video and our process helps you make a calculated decision. May you find success in all your efforts. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. If you enjoyed our video, like and subscribe. We have a lot of interesting content planned for this channel. Thank you. The future is not the past. Can you handle the truth?